Okay, for this next one, I'm gonna just draw the shape of the face. It's just a rough shape, and I'm using this dark pencil. I would normally never use this dark pencil, but just so that you can see what I am sketching a little bit better for the camera. Shape of the face, shape of the hair. Now the T shape, the eyes are a little closer to the top of the face shape. And there's my sketch. Let's see what we can do. Start with the tear duct of the eye. And use this marker because the tip is a little thicker and her eyelashes are thick, so this might help. Eyelashes. The eyelid. And I was wrong about this pen. The tip is kind of frayed and it's not making a great line, but we'll stick with it for a minute. Now we're drawing the eye in there. And on the photo I can see at least 2 highlights and maybe more, some half highlights. And so I am going to put 2 highlights. Alrighty, let's switch back to my other marker. A slight wrinkle there for the under eyelid. Now the eyebrow is up kind of high, and I'm looking at the empty negative space beneath it. That helps me to place it in the right spot. The top part of the eyelid is thick, and then it turns down. Making some little lines for the bridge of the nose. I'm going to start the eye on the other side. And this is more or less how I would do it if I was drawing at a live event. If I'm doing commissioned art, then I'm actually using a different method, which is more detailed because you've got more time when you're at home. You've got hours if you want. You could take days to do a drawing, but at an event I'm averaging 4 minutes, and I've got friends of mine who can do them in 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So if I want to do a good drawing in 4 minutes, this is the method that I use. Now I know these YouTube videos, it's taken like 15 minutes. That's because I'm talking my way through it and talking about the reasons why I'm making each one of these lines. Okay, now we're going to match it with an eyebrow on the other side. I don't have to stick with the sketch. This eyebrow, it seems to me like it needed to come out a little further. And I'm not afraid to talk about when I mess something up. Like, I don't think I placed the pupils perfectly. But the more mistakes I make, the more I learn. Now her nose is the T shape, is the eyes and the nose connected. It forms like a diamond or a T shape. And her nose is relatively close to her eyes, so I can make it even closer. I'm not drawing every line. I'm drawing some pieces of lines, if that makes sense. Just suggesting. Like this is the top of the nose, and then the plane breaks and turns down, and that little line there is what I call a dimension line. It's where the plane changes. I start the drawing of the mouth with just the center line here. Then I go left side, right side. Now she has a relatively big smile, and so I'm going to make it even bigger. The lips, once I've already exaggerated the size of it, now I'm just trying to stick to what I see with the lips. Her top lip is kind of thin. Because we made such a big smile, let's try to make more detailed teeth. Now that's just the gum line between the teeth. Now this next tooth doesn't touch the lip. It doesn't. But the next is the I don't know the names of all the teeth. It may help to know, but the next one does touch the lip. And then there's another one that doesn't. On the other side, it's something similar. So I'm sort of matching the gum line instead of just doing it like a, generic, the gums of a generic set of teeth. I'm trying to actually match it slightly, even though it's exaggerated. And her teeth, the top of her teeth end about here, but I've exaggerated that too. I went ahead and brought it all the way down to make the teeth huge. And you see how I'm not connecting these lines either. And that gives like the illusion of white teeth. Because what could happen is if you complete this line and you draw it dark, or even if you just complete the line, it starts to look like gaps between the teeth. Give it a try and you'll see it's kind of an illusion. I think somebody told me once that it's called a discovered line. The line's not there, but your eye kind of finishes it in your imagination. And then we're going to draw some lines here to represent the bottom row of teeth. And a line here to show where the chin is going to be. And these smile lines. And I'm not just drawing these at random either. I'm thinking about her cheeks, because her cheeks are prominent. So I'm drawing these lines around where I imagine her cheeks are. I've made that mistake a lot of times where I just draw the line at random and then her cheek doesn't quite fit in there. And it's a small detail, it doesn't ruin the drawing, but some details make the drawing better. Alright, now, the shape of her head comes down from here. We've got, like I said, the prominent cheek. I'm going to have it turn it down a tiny bit to show there's almost a dimple there. Then we're going to connect the two here. I'm looking at it. It starts here and it connects somewhere down here, not exactly right there. Okay. Boom. Fix it. Cheek on this side, kind of, there's like a dimension line. I'm not going to draw it, but I can see it in the photo that goes down here and then the cheek here. And then the side of the face is actually a little bit out from that. Okay, and then the forehead. In the photo it's small, but in the drawing I'm going to make it even smaller. everything's relative. If it seems like I drew the face too wide, I could leave that as an exaggeration, or I can draw her hair even wider. And how the face is relative to the hair will cause it to look more narrow, if that makes sense. Draw some color in here. Necklace. Alright, let's see how we can do this. I want this to kind of be big, bold shapes. And this drawing isn't perfect, but I think it's a pretty good practice drawing. I'm just using some lines to sort of draw the flow of the hair. I'm kind of making it up as I go, looking at the photo and trying to think of a good way to represent it. So there it is. What do you think? I feel like I should draw it a couple more times, but it's a fun practice drawing. This section of the video is a time lapse of the practice I did to get ready for the main drawing in the video. I just wanted to take this time while the time lapse plays to tell you about my email list and the cool stuff I have coming up soon. Are you trying to improve your caricature drawings? Maybe you're starting it as a hobby, or possibly thinking about making it a side business or a full-time career, but you might feel like you're struggling with it a little and you want to improve. I feel the same way, and I've seen a lot of improvement over the last few years. I've changed careers from being a truck driver to being a full-time artist, and I'm actually earning more and having much more fun and free time as an artist than I did as a truck driver. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video where you can sign up for my email list. And why would you want to do that? Why would you want to sign up for my email list? When you sign up for the email list, on the first email, you're going to receive an unlisted video with 3 ways to help you improve your drawings faster. Now, I had some fun with the title of the video, but it really is a good video with 3 things that I did to improve. That video is not available on the YouTube channel. It's only for people that sign up for my email list, and there will be more unlisted videos like that people on my list get to see. And also, I'm going to be working on a course of how I draw caricatures, and the people who sign up for my list will be the first to have access to that course, and they'll be able to give me some feedback on how to improve it. So if you're interested in seeing the unlisted video, and if you're interested in the upcoming How I Draw Caricatures course, please click the link in the description and sign up for my email list. It definitely helps support the channel and encourages me to keep on making great videos for you. So thank you very much, and God bless.